Growing up in the state of Texas, ever since I was a little kid, I've been a Texas Rangers baseball fan. And one of the Rangers managers used to have a saying, "Let the game come to you." I think that's actually an old baseball adage from many years ago, but it applies to this week's episode. We're going fishing this week on a lake I've never seen before for species that I have yet to identify. I don't even know what we're going to be fishing for, but I know there are a lot of fish swimming around right out there. A brand new location comes your way as Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. That is a fish. Oh man, look at this.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southwest region every week.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Woo!
This is Let's Fish.
Hi everybody, I'd like to welcome you into this week's episode. I'm so glad you're with us from as far west as you can go in the state of Oklahoma and still be in the Sooner State. We're going to be fishing a lake that I've never seen before in my life. It's going to be a lot of fun. There are a lot of fish out there, and we're going to be taking the high-end Camus CX21 out with us. Not only is it a rugged and durable boat that is beautiful to look at, but it will take a pounding, and it's going to need to today. We have winds today that are forecast over 30 miles per hour. It's going to be rough out there. I'd like to welcome you in just over my shoulder to beautiful Foss Lake. It's situated between the cities of Elk City and Clinton in western Oklahoma. It's a very clear lake. It's a pretty deep lake, and it's got lots of species of fish in it. Let me tell you this, I have no idea what I'm going to be fishing for. I'm just going to launch the Camus, start looking, and see what I can catch, and we'll adapt once we get out there. I have no idea what species we'll catch, and I'll explain all the different species that are in this lake. I hope to catch hybrid striper, walleye, and 2 different species of bass, but we'll see how it goes. While we're out doing that, we're taking you around your local region for this week's fishing reports from our expert team of insider reporters from lakes, rivers, and bays right where you live, both saltwater and freshwater. The next time you see me, I hope to be doing battle with some kind of a fish. Right now, let's get things started back at the studio and your weekend planner.
Hello everybody, the Salooner tables are predicting fair game fish activity on Saturday and good activity on Sunday. Peak times begin around midday at 11:10 on Saturday and 12:06 on Sunday. Best evening action will begin around midnight both days. Depending on your location, the sun will rise around 6:41 and set around 8:25, and evenings will feature a full moon. Stay with us, we've got fishing reports from across the area on the way, plus Bassmaster Elite Angler Jamie Hartman stops by to answer your Ask the Pro question. We'll be back in a bit.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Motor Guides Tour Pro, cable steer motor with GPS anchor, Waypoint Marine, the Gulf Coast's leading saltwater boating specialist, Strike King, Taiwan On, and by Low Boats. Welcome to Low Country.
That's a good smallie right there. One of the many species in Foss Lake. Again, we're just fishing today. We don't have any idea what we're going to catch. Fish. I got one. What a likely spot too. I don't know what I've got. That's the thing about this lake, you don't know what you're going to catch, especially when you throw a bait that can catch anything. What is it? I'm going to get a look at him right here. Smallmouth. Smallmouth bass. There we go. Come aboard. Welcome back everybody. We have made it out onto Foss Lake on really what looks to be a gnarly kind of a day. It's gotten windy and been raining, thunderstorms around, had to put the rain suits on. I want to show you something though. This is a smallmouth and they live in special areas and you can almost predict it. If I spin this boat all the way around, you're going to see a very distinct red rock point. coming out right there. And this fish was right out off the end of that point. That's a good smallie right there. One of the many species in Foss Lake. Again, we're just fishing today. We don't have any idea what we're gonna catch, but we're gonna catch whatever's available. Away you go, buddy. Let me get you set up on Foss Lake for a second. This lake is between Elk City and Clinton in far western Oklahoma, not too far from the Texas Panhandle. Lake is 8,800 surface acres, and it's configured almost just like a big open bowl. There's about 70, 80 feet of water out in the middle, but most of the lake is fairly shallow, 10, 12 feet deep. Let's give Foss Lake a shot today. How about that?
Hey friends, Captain Kevin Broussard here with your Let's Fish report for this week. I tell you what, we're gonna start off freshwater scene. Lots of white perch getting caught right now. Ouachita River, other rivers, deep brush piles. I'll tell you what, Toledo Bend, same thing. Live shiners, 15 to 25 feet of water seems to be the key there. Tell you what, right now saltwater fishing on the whole Gulf Coast is doing great. Talk to some people down in Houma, redfish if you want them, trout if you want them. Calcasieu Lake right here, lots of trout. Early and late seems to be the key, and on the deeper water down like the jetties and along the ship channel are a few birds still working. Redfish, they're getting a little hard to catch right now. It seems like right there Gulf jetties deep, crack crab and finger mullet's key there. For Old Cajun Phil, Captain Kevin Broussard saying happy fishing. May God bless. We're going to see you next week.
Is that a fish? Yes, that is a fish. Man, he hit it from behind. I didn't think it was. What have I got this time? Well, it looks like it is a smallmouth bass kind of day, people. That's just what we're going to catch today, it looks like. Because there is a smallie. Well, I've changed up a little bit. I've gone into some brush. I've gone to some different kind of cover, and I'll show it to you here in just a second. Beautiful. I love smallmouth. I will drive a long way to catch a smallmouth bass. Well, all this brush got to looking too good to me. And so really I'm just letting the 30-mile-an-hour south wind push me down this brush line. And I'm just covering water. When you get to a new lake, a place that you're not familiar with, one thing you want to do is you don't want to spend a bunch of time sitting in one spot, wasting time just covering one little area. You've got to get somehow a lure and a technique where you can just go down a long stretch of water and figure out what the fish are doing. So what I'm doing is I've gone upwind and I'm letting the wind work to my advantage, and I'm letting it blow me down this shoreline. And you can see the whole shoreline is just absolutely lined with that scrub brush. And I'm throwing in all the little open holes and pockets. That's another key. You know, folks a lot of times will just go down here just blind casting. But what you want to do is target little places. Find little open holes in behind that brush or a little opening in between two bushes and steer that lure in those little pockets, in those little openings. And a lot of times that'll buy you a strike. I'm having to go fast, people. I'll tell you, the wind today, we can show you the tops of these trees bowed over. We're actually blocked out of it a little bit right here, but it is a solid 30 miles an hour. And look at that big old Big Daddy. That's a largemouth right there, and a great big one at that. There's one, hit top water. Got him. Got him. Come up there. Come up there. Come on. Come up. There he comes. Good one. Good fish. Looky here. Got him on a big top water, big hard knock. Look at that. All right. All right, welcome back everybody. We are starting to have ourselves a good day at Foss Lake in Oklahoma, far western Oklahoma, where nobody thought there would be a fish. And look at that big old Big Daddy. That's a largemouth right there, and a great big one at that. He hit my Strike King hard knock. Listen to this. Oh, they do not like that. All right, that's a little fatty for you right there and a beautiful specimen. We're gonna let him go back. See you, buddy. Well, let me explain to you just a little bit about how my mind works. I told you at the beginning that we're just going fishing today. And I had in my mind that maybe we would catch hybrid stripers, we would catch a crappie, maybe a walleye, maybe a smallmouth bass, maybe a largemouth. I didn't have any earthly idea. I had no help, no guides, no locals, just had to go fishing. So I started off trying to catch hybrid stripers, and I fished and fished and fished. I tried lipless rattle baits, I trolled for them, I did all the things I know to do to catch a hybrid. And I'll tell you that's the fun of fishing to me. I've caught thousands of fish. I don't have to catch another fish, but the thrill to me is the figuring it out. Going out on a lake you've never seen before, no information, and trying to figure out how to catch some fish. And we figured out a way to catch some bass. So I'm bass fishing now.
Hi everyone, Captain Greg Verm here bringing you this week's Texas Coastal Report. Hey, first let's talk Galveston. So many great things are happening in Galveston Bay, both East and West Bays. Lots of speckled trout over deep oyster reefs. Hey, soft plastics and live shrimp under a popping cork are working great. Now for a wide variety of fish, hey, you need to be out on either the North or South Galveston Jetty. From speckled trout and redfish to Spanish mackerel, pompano, bay snapper, drum, mangrove snapper, white trout. Hey, you can't go wrong freelining a live shrimp along the rocks. Now let's talk Freeport, Texas and offshore. Hey, red snapper season is winding down and it has been an epic season. And we are now moving into amberjack season and it is looking to be amazing as well. We have caught some toad amberjack lately while snapper fishing. If you want to get in on any of this action, give me a call or check out our websites. I'd love to have you aboard. I'm Captain Greg Verm and I'll see you next week.
Man, it is so much fun to chase and catch schooling stripers and white bass, and right now is the prime period for that activity here in the state of Oklahoma. And few fisheries offer better striper fishing than does Lake Texoma. Right now you have striper activity early and late in the day, lots of schooling activity going on, and they can erupt any point throughout the day. And of course we have many excellent white bass fisheries here in the state, places like Grand Lake, Lake Eufaula, Hudson, Fort Gibson, and many more. As far as bait choices, a great option always is the Zara Spook or Zara Spook Jr. because you can cast those baits a long way. Now when you get to the middle part of the day and there's not so much schooling activity going on, you can take your deep-lipped crankbaits, you can take your jig and spoon and concentrate on the long sloping points that come out in 20 to 25, 30 foot of water. You should be able to find those school of fish feeding deeper along those points at this time. Fun fishing activity in Oklahoma right now, and you can catch them, but you can't catch them if you don't go.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Bobby Garland Crappie Baits and the original Baby Shad and new slab Huntar Minnow. Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades. Balls Out. Made in the USA. Heavy-duty mounts for your fish finders. And by Camus Boats. Tomorrow's tournament boat today.
Look at that. Caught a big old smallie right here in front of the dam. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more fishing tips, how-to videos, big fish catches, and full episodes of our Let's Fish TV show, be sure to subscribe right here to our YouTube channel. You can also like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Good fishing out there. I got one. Swimming at me. I have no idea what I've got. Well, we've come out here in front of the dam, and you can catch anything out in front of a dam. You can catch a hybrid striper, a white bass, a catfish. Oh, it's a smallmouth. It's a big old smallmouth bass. Better set my drag. Holy cow. I have come out here and caught something I really didn't expect to catch. Caught a big old brownie. Come up here, buddy. There he is right there. Look at that. What a gorgeous fish. He is cutting up too, boy. Oh, quit jumping for a minute. Look, stick a finger in your mouth. Look at that. Caught a big old smallie right here in front of the dam. Well, when in doubt and you go to a strange lake, go to the dam. You know, you've got the slope, so you've got a lot of bottom contour. You've got a lot of cover. You've got big rocks, big boulders all over the dam. And you can catch anything here. I caught a little walleye a while ago, and then immediately jumped in here and caught a big, nice smallmouth bass. How about that? Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the beautiful coloration down that fish's side. I'm gonna put him back. What a beautiful specimen. Don't splash me now. Well, again, new lake, never been here, never seen it. And so I drove around, looked at my graph, my fish finder for a little while to see what I could see. Didn't see much, so I just decided to pull up here to the dam and start making a few pitches. Little soft plastic bait, I'll show to you in a little bit, but that's cool. Big old smallmouth.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Dragonfire Tools. Veteran owned, committed to quality, and dedicated to customer satisfaction. Dragonfire's the best bench your hard-earned money can buy. Now this week we're going to talk a little bit about night fishing. We've done that before, but we talked primarily about bass. This week we're going to do something different. We're going to go up to Texoma and we're going to night fish for big stripers. Now you'll want to look at either creek mouths or points somewhere. Deep water is very close to shallow water because you're going to fish shallow. You want to throw swim baits or big A-rigs, you'll catch some Texoma stripers. Now, at Conroe, we're going to night fish for crappie. Why? Because there's so many boat docks on Conroe and so many dock owners have placed brush piles. Use your electronics, find several docks with brush, and then make a milk run as you swing back around and hit those in line with either your crappie jigs or your minnows. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Dragonfire Tools. Be sure and check us out on Facebook, Lone Star Lakes.
There's a bite. Got him. What is it this time? Fighting hard, fighting like a catfish. Be a walleye. Be a walleye. It is a catfish. Channel cat. Oh, pretty decent channel cat. There we go. Where the glacier gloves come in handy. There you go. That's a beautiful specimen too, right there. Nice gold colored channel catfish. Well, we are catching some of a little bit of everything that Foss Lake in Oklahoma has to offer. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we're just fishing today. That's all there is to it. We're just fishing for whatever will bite. I've thrown a little bit of everything so far. Crankbaits, little spinners, fish for bass. I've tried to catch a crappie. I've fished for walleye. I've actually caught a little walleye so far. So really, well, Foss Lake's got some of everything in it. It's a little tricky to fish. This clear water is really finicky, but we are catching fish, and that's the thing. We came fishing, we're catching fish. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for new fishing videos every day. And download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, America's #1 fish finder, Lose, Feel the Difference, and by Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Get our free fishing guide at orangebeach.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get straight to your Ask the Pro question for this week. Edmund wants to know, What time of year is your favorite season to fish and why? For an answer, we asked Bassmaster Elite Angler Jamie Hartman.
Everybody's probably going to say one of the same things, and it's going to be springtime. A lot of fish get very active after the winter, and they're moving up to the shallows, and they put the feed bag on. So you've got a lot of opportunities. You still got some deeper fish that are ready to move up, and then them ones that move up in the shallows, they get very active, and plus you've got bedding fish in the spring too. So you got a lot going on, and you can do a lot of different things, and that's probably why it's my favorite.
Thanks so much, Jamie, for sharing your favorite fishing season with us. If you want some help from one of the pros, simply go to letsfishtv.com and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit your own question. Now it's time to find out who wins this week's Big Catch of the Week.
I feel very blessed that we were able to catch enough fish to show you on this episode, because likely you wouldn't have gone fishing if you had been scheduled today. The winds blew a steady 30 with gusts to 40 miles per hour, but we hung in there, were able to get it done. Back at the boat ramp now, and it's time for this week's winner in the Big Catch of the Week contest. He's Chris Woods of Ardmore, Oklahoma, showing off an 18-pound striped bass he caught in the Red River in Oklahoma. If you'd like to have a chance for you and your big fish to be shown on our show, just go to our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/letsfishtv. Go to last Tuesday's post. It's about the Big Catch of the Week. Follow the instructions. Be sure and send us all the details about your catch along with your photo, and you might just have you and your big fish shown on television. Quickly, I want to show you 4 pieces of gear that helped us battle the elements today and catch the fish we caught. First of all, the 2 big ones we caught. On your left is a Bobby Garland Moglo jig head, and on the back of that is a Bobby Garland baby shad swimmer. That caught the big smallmouth that you saw me catch just off the dam here at Foss Lake. And then on your right is the Strike King Hard Knock. It's a dog walking topwater bait, and that caught the big largemouth that you saw me catch this week. The third piece of gear, this is the Balls Out mount. It's a fish finder mount that will absolutely do battle with the elements like we had today. Huge waves out there today. The Balls Out mount held our Lowrance fish finder solid all day long. They come in several different colors. You can color coordinate it with your boat, and they come in several different configurations for all the fish finders on the market. And then finally, these are my Glacier gloves. And once again, I wear them all the time when I'm fishing. They protect my hands from the sun, from the UV rays, from the wind, from the water, and from all those fish gills and fish teeth that can cut your hands and tear them up. They're waterproof, breathable, and these are my Glacier gloves. You can see them at the Glacier Glove website you see on your screen. As if we needed yet another one, here's a scary trend in America. The news media and social media are now dictating the direction, the culture, the morals, and the economy of our nation. Now, I majored in broadcasting in college. I've gotten my degree in broadcasting, as a matter of fact. I took many courses in journalism. One of the things we learned is that if you control the media, you can control a country and its culture. It's not a new thing. It dates back many generations. I'd like to present 4 things that you and I can do to do battle against that. Number 1, gather your own information, the facts, and don't depend on the rumors you hear on social media. Number 2, make intelligent decisions about what you believe. Number 3, ignore the sensationalism and the panic that the news media would present. And number 4, don't share or repeat rumors. Make sure that what you tell somebody or what you post on social media is absolutely fact. You and I can and should make our own choices, and we should never allow some talking head on a screen to make those choices for us. I hope you enjoyed our episode this week from far western Oklahoma and Foss Lake. We'll see you next week. Until then, I'm Barry Stokes saying, let's fish, everybody. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more fishing tips, how-to videos, big fish catches, and full episodes of our Let's Fish TV show, be sure to subscribe right here to our YouTube channel. You can also like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Good fishing out there.